Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, we're back on the channel, man. We got an old measy today. JiDion's arrest exposed a problem with IRL streaming. I don't even think it just showed a problem with IRL streaming. I think it showed a problem of a lot of content creators nowadays. And I know some people might feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of people seek to be content creators, not out of passion or not out of enjoyment of doing content, but simply for two factors: money and popularity, or popularity, fame. And fame is a crazy drug. Because some people, once they acquire it, they keep chasing more and more and more of it, and then they get so addicted to it where they lose who they are. You know what I'm saying? And so, in JiDion's case, I think he's addicted to fame and popularity now, and I don't think he really understands who he is or even the mission that he originally started content. Or maybe this is the original mission that he started content creating. Because I've seen him from the beginning, and I see him now. And I remember that middle part where he was like, oh, I'm done with the trolling stuff. I'm done with this. And I knew, just like a lot of other people understood and knew, that it was going to become a day where he was going to basically renege on what he said he was going to do. And go back to doing what he does. Yeah. But hey, I know there's a body cam out about the whole situation. I was actually watching it. Well, I was tuning in back and forth because, and then I remember coming across them, and so I went back and watched the whole stream situation, other situations. So we're not going to watch the body cam because we already seen some stuff and know the whole ordeal. But hey, let's go. Let's check this out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
All right.
What are you arrested for?
Disorderly person. You're out here yelling.
Disorderly. You're under arrest for being disorderly. Freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk.
Sitting here causing a scene.
On the sidewalk.
Yep.
I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far.
And that's the part that is the arrogance. I'm a multi-millionaire. Basically, I can do what I want to do. No, you cannot. And technically, there's nothing wrong with protesting. If it was so, but the situation that you were doing wasn't involved in protesting. It was harassment at the end of the day. And there is a situation of disorderly content or enticing a riot. Because of who you are, you're live streaming, you're provoking, and you're bringing other people to come in and do your dirty work for you. Yeah. That you are being prevented from doing, so you're getting other people. That's against the law. Like, you got to understand a lot of this stuff, and I do know a lot of people think they know a lot of things, and just like me, I don't know it all. But I do try to educate myself on anything I do try to do in life. Just so I don't fall victim. But I would never do anything like this, though.
Yeah. You're causing a scene.
On the sidewalk.
Yep.
I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want. Officer, you will be in a deposition and you will be arrested. This is...
Hey, Beckett.
I come to realize that, genuinely, streaming makes me the worst me. Thinking back on it, every quote-unquote controversy, not even quote-unquote, every controversy and everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended on Twitter for something negative, it's always been for some streaming clip.
Wait a minute. Who would have known JiDion was a free speech kind of guy when he gets jammed up? I think that's hilarious. JiDion is proving in real time exactly why some people shouldn't go live when things get serious. He was helping out fellow PDF catcher Skeeter Jean with an alleged squatter situation, and after following this man from location to location, which I don't know no. The stream ended with police body cam footage and JiDion admitting that streaming brings out the worst in him. But the real story is not that JiDion got arrested. It's that live streaming turned a serious situation into a chase for content. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. Look, we didn't get into streamer U, but we're locked into unemployed news no matter what. So come along this journey as we keep you updated on all of the nonsense that's going on in the streamer world, in the real world, and far beyond. Might just go get a crumble cookie drink. Now, back into the video.
Please don't. Please don't. That is not good. I think the best lesson learned I think JiDion could have took from this situation is even though that's your friend, allow your friend to handle his own family business. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people should learn stay out of family business, especially when it's not pertaining to your family.
Yeah.
This went somewhere where this should never have went in the first place. Let him handle his own business. You know what I'm saying? Get him trespass. If he don't supposed to be there, go through the proper way of doing it. Now you got yourself arrested with others. It's never a good idea.
Joe tells the officers that Skeeter and his friends have been following him and filming him throughout the day. Over the past several months, Skeeter has amassed millions of views on his channel by posting videos about his uncle. But Skeeter and his friend and collaborator, 25-year-old JiDion Adams, a popular YouTuber best known for high-energy prank videos before transitioning into true crime content, have a reason for following Joe wherever he goes.
For the past decade or so, he's been financially exploiting and abusing my grandmother, who was also his mother. And before that, he was doing the same thing to his grandmother, which is my great-grandmother. I was gonna go over there and kick his ass myself. But then I thought, wait a minute, I have a YouTube channel, and it's monetized, so I can just expose him on the internet and make some money off of him.
So I want to make a few things clear. This is a very touchy subject because I think we've all been through some familial issues that have brought out the worst in us, and it makes us not think rationally. But us as social media quarterbacks looking into the situation, we can point out when somebody did something wrong. Skeeter Gene is a YouTuber who normally does the pred catches, but he's been running into some family issues. His grandmother has a home and his uncle is a squatter, somebody who's been pushing the boundaries over at his grandmother's house, an annoyance, etc., etc. And brother, we all know that one uncle who is just an annoyance to the family. So hey, we can relate. I ain't got one of them. I probably got like 5 of them. So this,
I do have a couple of them.
So where's the grandmother?
I think you asked that question. You were asking a lot of questions that I had no.
Because I've been confused.
She always asks questions. I'll be like, see, I don't know.
Because I've been confused.
I'm just one of those.
I've been confused the entire time because I was like, I didn't know that this
Or the
man was
mother.
his uncle.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
That's why I was like, who is the mother and the grandmother, and why is this man just in their house?
And that's why I said JiDion should have stayed out of family
I didn't know
business.
that this dude
It's
that was his
literally-
uncle, and they actually felt like the entire time when you was watching it, and I kind of like tuned in like in the middle. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "What is he supposed to be there?" I was like, "Who is this man?"
Let me just say this. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section or what people say to chat. Correct me if I'm wrong. And maybe Omar will correct me if I'm wrong as well. The house I think belongs to Skeeter's mother. I mean grandmother. Which is his uncle's
which is the man's mother.
And so I guess Skeeter has paid off the house. And so quote unquote, I guess he owns the house, but if the deed is not in your name, but it's still in your grandmother, if she's still alive.
That's what I'm like, is she
hold on,
here
let me
with
finish.
us?
Let me finish. If she's still alive.
Yeah.
If she is still alive, and just because you pay off someone's house doesn't mean you own their house. So I think Skeeter told Judy, again, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, that his uncle is squatting in his home. But then again, if the home is not under, is still under, he is up to his mom or aka Skeeter's grandma to evict him and get him out. But if Skeeter his name is on the deed, Skeeter still has to go by the proper channels to get him evicted.
Yeah, right. It's still a process.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You can't just you know.
Okay.
An annoyance to the family. So, hey, we can relate. I ain't got one of them. I probably got like 5 of them. So this kind of hits home for me. So Skeeter Gene, being the good young person that he is, decides that he's going to step into the situation. Where he loses the plot, though, is that he's going to attempt to monetize this entire situation by utilizing not just his YouTube channel, but his homeboy, JiDion.
So y'all, this is what's going on. We are legal residents with the squatter. Joe is upstairs right now. He is looking like he's about to get arrested. I'm not gonna even lie. So we're trying to figure it out. Okay, so this is what's going on right now. We have TTS, so whenever you guys send a donation, Joe can hear you guys. We're setting up another TTS. We want to set it up right outside his room. We're gonna have a camera outside his room. We have legal residency here. So he's up there with the cops. So officer, pretty much the owners of the house, they gave us legal residency to stay here.
We're aware of what's going on.
Yeah. I think he's more mad about the fans outside. So we're going to be staying here until he leaves. Pretty much, we wanted to set up a speaker upstairs.
Now, growing up as somebody whose father died when I was younger, I was put into a lot of adult situations and conversations very, very early, you know, tasked with making decisions as like an 11-year-old. But I remember some moments like this where there was an adult and there was another adult that was, you know, aunt, uncle, all this stuff. And there was great family drama going on. And you're just trying to hop in and do your best to help mitigate the situation as a whole. So naturally, the audience is going to feel like JiDion getting involved is very harmless. He's simply there to fix a situation. But that element of that camera, I'm telling y'all, when that camera comes out, people just start to lose their mind. And this is where the whole stream starts to change. The police officers eventually do get this man out of this house and start to escort him to police station or just anywhere that is not there. And this is where the stream would normally calm down, but hey man, we've got content to create, the views are up, the TTS is coming through, the donations are rolling in. Why stop now? As the police decide to take the squatter to the police station, JiDion and the group, for whatever reason, decide to follow them. Now, maybe it's to make sure that he ends up at booking or wherever he's supposed to go, but ultimately he's no longer in the house anymore. Now, when JiDion and the guys get there, they find out that this guy is no longer there anymore. I'm pretty sure they just took a picture, took a statement, and shipped him out into the sun or whatever the case may be. But this is where JiDion and the crew get kind of flustered and upset, and their content creator brains switch on as the police start to get annoyed more and more. I mean, you got to understand how the officers feel in this situation, and I am in no means a police sympathizer, but this streamer is following us to a police station who's not even the child or grandchild in this situation, and all of a sudden he's got these big lights, these guys with these backpacks, and 3, 4, 5 cameras in our faces. Now, since JiDion and the guys couldn't find the squatter there, they decide to hit the streets hard and heavy. Again, this is a very content pill type situation. JiDion and the guys are going to go find this squatter, which doesn't make any type of sense. But they want to make sure that, you know, 2 things are true. 1, he doesn't end back up at the grandmother's house. And then 2, the views in TTS continue to roll in. Then naturally, this would make any McDonald's worker who just clocked in to clock out very nervous and anxious, because ultimately you're affecting people who have nothing to do with the family dispute at all. And now the police are back into the mix. It went from being a house dispute to a police station dispute to a fast food restaurant dispute. And the police aren't no longer looking for the squatter in all of this. They're looking at a crowd of people who are antagonizing, you know, people who are just trying to get the fish fillets hot. You eat fish fillets from McDonald's? I'm judging you. They're looking at a group of people who are refusing to let a situation die down. Hell, they're even trying to build the situation up by trying to bring in people who have nothing to do with it. So even if JiDion believes that he's helping, everyone around the stream starts treating him like he's part of the problem. And this is why the arrest is so hard to defend. The police had already warned JiDion to leave McDonald's. This was no longer about the alleged squatter, and it became a public scene for him to continuously chase this content.
What's the problem?
McDonald's doesn't want you guys on the property, so you guys gotta leave.
Is he here?
Doesn't matter where he's at. McDonald's does not want you on the property. You guys have to leave. You're gonna.
Who's you guys? Can you be more specific?
You.
Nigga.
I don't understand why it was so hard to understand. It doesn't matter if he's there or not. You have no authority over McDonald's. And if he's in there, he's in there. Go leave. Just leave.
He's been a Karen.
Like just leave. I'm so confused.
It gives out very much so I feel entitled. Entitlement issue.
Is he in there? If he is, oh well. You wanted him away from the house. He's away from the house. Now you don't follow him to make. I don't understand. I don't get it.
You.
So they said these people?
Him, yes. You guys cannot be on the property.
Hey!
Or they're gonna arrest you.
Do you guys want some McDonald's? Y'all wanna go inside real quick?
You're gonna be arrested for trespassing if you go in there.
Bro, you don't have any, like no offense, officer, but like, do you genuinely have nothing better to do? Like,
Do you have anything better to do?
We stay with it. Yo, shut up. We stay with our principles.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That cop just smoked JiDion. Do you have anything better to do, gang? I think it's a valid question. This is where the whole free JiDion movement that I've been seeing on social media takes a turn on its head. Because he's not just immediately arrested as soon as the police pull up. They give him ample, and I do mean ample amount of time to vacate the premises. But JiDion's content brain is still switched on. It happens to the best of us. I can't say that. I know all the time we highlight these younger content creators who go through this, but these older content creators be going through that same content pilled shit and don't realize, you know, hey, just because the cameras are on, just because I can, doesn't mean that I have to be a literal douchebag in this situation. From JiDion's perspective, it feels like the cops are protecting this wrong person, which I don't even get. I promise you, I might have looked at those clips a couple times. I don't even think I see Skeeter Jean in the thing anymore. But from the police's perspective, this was no longer at the grandmother's house. They can't just follow this guy around all the time. That's not how this works. So while JiDion is arguing this whole moral position about this guy being the antagonizer, the police are looking at it like, hey gang, you're at this McDonald's being a nuisance, being a dickhead. You've got to chill out. And instead of doing just that, JiDion triples down in the nonsense and tomfoolery.
What are you arrested for? Disorderly person. You're out here yelling.
Disorderly. You're under arrest for being disorderly.
Freedom of speech. You can yell on the sidewalk.
Sitting here causing a scene.
On the sidewalk?
Yep.
So you can't yell? Officer, how fast do you think this is going to get dropped? Do you really think the charge is going to stick? Do you guys...
Hey, it didn't get dropped, my boy. Because I tuned in the next morning when you went to court. It did not get dropped.
Really think this is going to stick?
Sure, we have a
do you want to waste your DA's time? I am a multi-millionaire. I promise you, I can take this as far as you want.
Is this really the route you want to go, officer?
Yep.
Okay. Do you want to waste taxpayer dollars?
Yep.
Officer, can I ask you a question?
No.
Can I please?
Sit.
Do you really want to abuse me,
Sit.
officer?
Get your foot in.
I can't even fit in here,
Get your foot in.
Officer, I can't even fit in here.
Get your foot in.
How are you going to arrest somebody that never even went on the property?
You're under arrest for being disorderly, not for being on the property. Put your foot
Officer, I can't fit.
What makes the arrest look bad in all of this, and I mean extremely bad in all this, is that he had multiple ways out. But walking away from a live stream when you have TTS going and you have a chat rolling makes you look like a loser in certain instances. And the last thing that you can be on social media is a loser. This is why JiDion found himself in the back of a cop car, squeezed up at his big old age with all the responsibilities that he has in his life. While JiDion was still arguing like this was still about the squatter, I think at this point in the live stream, everybody, especially the police, could tell, hey, this has nothing to do with that anymore. This is about you being a public disturbance. This is about you trying to get some content off, and the body cam footage during the arrest kind of confirms all of that. Now, JiDion is a self-aware guy though, so he did issue an apology, and for what it's worth, I think that out-of-body moment and viewing that stuff in real time truly, and I do mean truly, hammered home just how crazy he was. And so now the stuff that he's saying on social media, actually, it matters.
And I just kind of...
I think the best thing he could do, and a lot of people, because I always say this, the best thing to do is learn from others' mistakes, right? And a lot of us in times, especially when it's a heated situation, we forget about situational awareness. And just being able to reflect on what's going on, what the situation is, and be like, okay, let me adjust. You know what I'm saying? Because we always get come back later after you really dissect everything and really got a process to think and fully remove yourself from the situation. You're like, damn, it all could have went a whole totally different way. In this situation,
I could have handled that differently.
Yeah, in this situation, the best thing JiDion could have did is just went back to the crib, bro.
Yeah.
Just went back to the crib and said, hey, we're going to chill here, make sure he doesn't come back. If he comes back, we're going to turn it up times 10.
Yeah.
And I think you could have still live streamed that whole day and still got the enjoyment out of the fans because that's what you do anyways, right? So you could have did reaction videos. Still could have been entertaining that day. But as soon as he came back, that would have, and I think he was so dedicated on making the content about Joe that day, that he could only think in that moment, Joe. And so, and also, don't get antagonized by your following. Because the following, they go, ha, 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 ha. But also those same people are going to sit there and laugh at you as well when you do get arrested. Then they're gonna come back and be like, man, you was so dope, you was so dope. But when they leave, bro, he's dumb as hell, bro. I wouldn't did that. Like, don't get sent out by the same people that you think truly support you, because none of them do. A lot of people be waiting on your downfall. They really, really do.
I came to realize, what I was doing wrong. And also came to realize that truly your boy was spiraling. I was genuinely losing the plot. I have to say, genuinely, I feel like a hypocrite, because just a couple videos ago, I was saying how what Alex was doing was a distraction from the bigger mission. And then I come along doing what I was doing. True. And if anything, it was an even bigger distraction from the mission. You know what I mean? I had to pay 6+ figures for my lawyer fees and then my fans' lawyer fees and everything. And that money could have been used for the betterment of society. But now it's being used in the legal system. You know what I mean? And it's just completely unnecessary, and it's completely my fault. And while I still don't think I committed a crime, I still do think that, genuinely, I was just being not only just an ass, but annoying.
I think that this takes a very big person to do what JiDion is doing right here. I have to big up these streamers and content creators, because sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. Trees for the forest? I'm gonna get that saying right one day. But sometimes when you're in this moment, you get so caught up and you can't realize what you look like if you just took a step back. I think we've all been in situations like that where we had to revisit and say to ourselves, ooh, you know what? This is a little bit weird and strange. Mind you, he saw himself arguing to the police, flexing his money, and making the situation about him as opposed to what the initial was supposed to be about. But his last revelation is one that really resonated with me, because I think that there's something inherent about streaming that people aren't really discussing.
I've come to realize that, genuinely, streaming makes me the worst me. Thinking back on it, every quote unquote controversy, not even quote unquote, every controversy and everything that I've ever got into, anytime I trended on Twitter for something negative, it's always been for some shaming clip, like the first one that comes to mind is the Pokemon situation. That's all I gotta say, man. So I appreciate you guys, and no more slop content, no more streams. So if you guys have been enjoying the streams, no more, man. It's just gonna be straight pred content.
Ooh, I think that one is big. I mentioned it a little bit before in this video, but
and I'll say this, it doesn't have to be no more streams. Just continue to do the streams within what streaming content really was in the beginning. You can entertain your people from inside your home, inside this area right here. You can 100%, if they rock with you, they're still going to enjoy this type of content. Yeah. But also, this gives you the space to be able to say, hey, I'm in my comfort zone. Yeah. I'm in my comfort space. Let me kind of, put some reminders up around you, you know what I'm saying, that people don't have to see. Also, have your girl there just in case, you know what I'm saying, she needs to, you know what I'm saying? She can be able to hey, you're getting out of hand. Mm-hmm. And so you can kind of get reminded that, hey, at the end of the day, this pays my bill. I don't need to let this, you know what I'm saying? Because I do think some people get out in a while, do the IRL streams, and they lose themselves trying to force things.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you feel like you need to dial back and take a step back and just,
take a break or something.
Take a break from it, cool. Yeah. But I don't think that you have to stop the streaming, like you said, altogether.
Yeah.
Maybe IRL, because
it gets out of hand.
It can get out of hand, and I feel like you can lose yourself with other outside influences, the environment, because you can't control what environment, you know what I'm saying,
and
when
that's
you,
what I meant by him being in this.
This is an environment that you can control inside of your home, and things of that nature. So I don't feel like you necessarily have to stop altogether, but if you feel like that's the best for you, and you can't control yourself doing it, then by all means, definitely, do what you feel like you can do.
Like you said, 100% take a break from it. You know what I'm saying? Let yourself regroup mentally and refine yourself within the content. And I know he went to the Christian religion type of content. So if that's still within you, take some time aside, pray, man. Ask God for guidance. Ask God for directional instincts. And let him guide you in a correct way. You know what I'm saying? The trolling on the whole antics, man, that's one group of immaturity people. And I swear, you really, when you get older, them ain't the people you're going to want to, be influenced by, because those people are influencing you as well. Same way you are considered an influencer, they are the viewers who are influencing you. So you're doing whatever you can do to keep their attention and engagement. Don't let those people influence you going down the wrong direction, because this could have 100% even went worse than what it did. Yeah. And you got too much to lose. They have nothing to lose.
Just gonna be straight pred content.
Ooh, I think that one is big. I mentioned it a little bit before in this video, but we've seen streamers be faced with in real time pressure, peer pressure, real life pressure that just doesn't get created in a YouTube type of environment. YouTube is kind of, hey, this scene is happening. We can cut, we can readjust, we can have conversation about it, because at the end of the day, we'll do some sort of editing around it so it won't feel so tense or so awkward or whatever the case may be. On stream, everything is in real time. The chat is interacting with you. Viewers are coming in or leaving in real time based off of your actions. Therefore, you're gonna do things to probably satisfy this adrenaline rush that you get when you see chat running like this, subs, donations, gifteds running like this, and when your live viewer count is going up. I think about situations like what happened with Rampage Jackson's son in real time before he went in and knocked out that man in the stage. He was sitting there watching the chat go crazy, talking to himself, taking in the commentary and feedback of people who had not his best interest in mind, but ultimately wanted to see the better content. And I think JiDion found himself in that exact same situation. And that's a huge critical difference. And I understand why JiDion would be moving away from streams, because as we look around the landscape of streaming and content creation as a whole, you're noticing that these young guys and girls are doing the most wild and outrageous things that they can do, and they automatically go to their phone for the validation about, whether this action was right, wrong, or indifferent, and if there are more people coming in. A question will be posed to them, and the first thing they do is shoot down to their phone to see if they should do this, that, and the third and the fourth, as opposed to living in the actual moment and making a good and sound decision, realizing the impacts and implications as to what can happen. Look, I'm all for content creators being retrospective and introspective about their actions. I bigged up Kai Cenat the other day for making an apology to Gigi, his ex-girlfriend, after their whole debacle. So I do have to big up JiDion in this specific situation where he can look and see, hey gang, I was wilding. I think a lot of people do need to do that. Sometimes I do that for my videos and say, that take was bad, or that take was spot on. But I think even bigger than that, I think it's great that JiDion realizes that there is this medium that enables this type of behavior that I probably need to cut out of my life cold turkey, because it's just not good. Mind you, I think all of this would have went differently. The whole interaction at the house, the whole following them to the police station, the going to the McDonald's, the talking back and forth with police. I think all of that would have went different if the cameras weren't just live and rolling. JiDion didn't just quit because he got arrested. He quit because the arrest showed him what he looks like when the cameras are rolling, when the chat is watching, when the content becomes more important than the situation as a whole.
And with that being said, man, y'all spam us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts and opinions about it for us in the comment section down below, man. I guess you can always say a lesson learned for anything, right? Yeah. But until next time, man, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are
Kid and C.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my